Alright guys, hello and welcome back to Blitzball with the Kilika Beasts. We are jumping into the league for status reels and pile wither. We are going against the Luca Goers, Ronso Fangs taking on the Kilika Beasts, and the Luca Goers taking on the Owlbed Sykes. So let's jump into it. I realize I probably should have said it so that Waka already had his overdrives. Which is my bad, but there's no harm in playing for him, you know? It's a good time, little bit of a reprieve, so not too terrible. The save I'm using is just like a heavily edited save, so I set my story location and my position via a save editor, so I haven't actually played through the game to get to where I am. I've just, you know, cheated my way through. So, so that's why some of this stuff's odd, where like I don't have Waka's overdrives and such, because you're like, you know, how did you not get those just over time? It's like, well, we didn't really play the game. It was a little bit different. But yeah, we are going against the Luca Goers. Sorry, I'm a little bit dumbstruck. I don't know what Grob's doing. He's shooting in the midfield. God, dude, wait, what are you thinking? How is that ever gonna work? I'll accept it though. So first things first, let's kind of set our immediate win here. So let's use Iskin if we can, and then let's get an immediate goal, and then let's actually switch focus over to Larbite. If you guys saw the last video, you'll kind of see the I gave a little bit of an example of like why we're in a kind of a rough spot. Larbite has, I think he's like level 15, and Iskin's level 22. So Iskin is severely over-leveled compared to him. And we want to kind of get rid of that gap to a certain degree, because we can't just have one forward be super and then the other one be terrible, because there's no way to level up Larbite then. Like, he's just kind of stuck if he's got to face these impossible goalies. So we're going to try to favor him as much as we can. I think the biggest issue I've encountered is a lot of these games have been tough. Like the Guado Glorious games, the Owlbed Sykes games, I can't necessarily, like, I don't want to say I can't pass to Larbite, but he can't score on Nimruk or Noi Guado, so I'm like setting myself up to lose a game if I try to use him. So I set up with this game, and then he wins, and I think this is the one game that's a little bit safer for me. Going against the Luca Goers, they're not insanely good. I mean, here they might get a goal, but I really don't think they're that good of a team. Pass to Grob, clearly a bad idea, because Grob is now going to encounter Vorija, and who knows what happens then. Especially if he encounters both players, that is rough. So we have the ball, and let's actually push towards Larbite, try to get him free. That'll probably be the best option we have. We'll take, well, I guess we don't really want to take the tackle. We're just going to pass to Larbite here. He does have tackle slip, so we can kind of, fingers crossed, prayers spoken, praise Yevon, hope that works, you know. Encountering a boost, most welcome. I am all for that. Like, that is great. Encounter a boost all day. Doesn't matter to me. And there it is. Okay, this is looking a little bit cleaner than it initially did. I was a little bit worried. I really was. I was thinking we might be in a bad spot, but Larbite scores, and 2-0 early on is not good for the Goers. I was thinking because we just had like an all-out brawl against the Guado Glories that we were gonna unluckily have to face the Guado Glories again and just kind of brawl them out again. But looks like, I mean, we didn't have that kind of misfortune. We faced the Goers here, and you know, go for the pile with their top scorer prize. We're not necessarily like resetting things, but we are focused on techniques over everything else right now. But yeah, let's pass to Larbite here. And that was actually a good example of what I've said previously. Whenever the tech copy says too low of a level, you could still tech copy. Your timing just needs to be better. If you notice there, I mean, Larbite was too low of a level, but then immediately, like in the same half, he manages to tech copy him anyway. So don't be discouraged by the too low of a level statements. Roddy able to stop us, but it's 2-0 right now, man. And they've made no threatening progress against us, except that one time Bixen was left side field, looking like he might shoot it, but then he passed to Grave. So there's not really a concern here on my part. I'm gonna let this happen. I don't remember if we have this tech copied or not. Oh, Iskin's level's too low? Okay, that's not true. So definitely a misfortunate tech copy from me. I'm gonna pass to Iskin here because I'm just gonna go for like an all-out like Hail Mary shot, just to see if we can get it. We'll take the tackle from Grob and then we'll just shoot it off. Definitely a risk here, but you know, sometimes you gotta take the risk, right? Grip goes active, super goalie on, and he's unable to stop it. 3-0. I mean, this is looking like a grave site for the Goers right now. A grave site. I mean, what are you supposed to do here? All right. Well, level 16 Larbai, level 26 Borja. And it's the reoccurring theme of midfielders. They just hit 99 before everyone else. They're very good. It is going to be interesting to see how this goes later on in the game, because I think the Beasts, I mean, they're one of, if not the best teams late game. But I feel like their early game isn't as impressive. And I know I've been doing really well, but I think these, not to toot my own horn, I think the only reason I'm winning these games against like the Albert Sykes, the Guado Gories, is because I'm controlling the characters. I think if I was controlling the Guado Gories in that matchup, I would have a much easier time of winning. Just because the speed is so powerful to have on your side. Speed really defines it, and they kind of show it. They don't abuse it as much as I would, but they kind of just swim around me and do whatever they want, and they put me in kind of an awkward spot because I'm trying to encounter them, but I can't. And sometimes they get goals because of that. So I think the Guado Gories are still better than the Kilika Beasts. I know I'm gonna get hate for it. I think I was talking to Fafnir Fang about this, because they were saying that what were they saying? They were talking about my tier list, and how I mentioned the Kilika Beast for third best, which I might have underrated them, I think, for sure. But I do really believe that the Guado Gories are one of the best teams. I think I had listed the Guado Gories as number 1, actually. And it was weird because I was currently playing as the Guado Gories, so like that was always a tough one. Oh, I forgot the tech copy for the spin ball. I always forget spin ball is gonna happen, so I start like hidden X to activate super goalie and stuff. But yeah. All right, well let's encounter a boost, let him tackle through. I mean, this game's all but over. Yeah, it's really tough to compare the teams. I think the biggest thing to take to heart in those comparisons is you need to have like a separate rating for levels. Like at a certain point, like levels like 1 to 20, what's the ranking of each team? Levels 20 to 40, stuff like that, because you can't like blanket it when so many players improve so drastically over time. Like I think Kayuri's a really good example. I was recently playing a new series with her, and she's a really not great player early on. Like she's not insane, but then like as she levels up, all her stats go up. So it's actually like she becomes like, she's okay, to like, oh my gosh, this is a nutty player. Like this person's insane. So you see that as like intense differences over time, and that's why it's so difficult to compare some of these players. You know, you can't compare a level 50 Larbai to even level like 30 in some cases. Like there's so many changes. But yeah, it looks like we're just fighting Balgerda. Don't worry about us. past the Warbite here, and we're going to try to get him one more goal. I mean, we have all but we've assured the win here. If I gave them the ball, like if I gave them the ball in the midfield with Bixen in control, I don't even think there's a way they'd score 4 to 5 goals on us. There's just not a good opportunity for them here. And Roddy unable to stop us. We're just making it 5-0. No big deal. Just sweeping them. It's nice to have a little bit of a break from the Quad Glories. They're insane. I think I will be editing the Kilika Beast team though, because as we play through the series, I want to make it challenging. The biggest deal is I need to make sure I don't accidentally break everything, because let's say I add a player to the Kilika Beast team and I don't realize they're already on another team, I'm gonna make a duplicate player, and that's gonna break a lot of things in terms of leveling up and stuff and techs. Maybe not if they're both AI teams, but it'll be tough to say. Gonna pass to Iskin, and then see if we can get one more goal and call it a day for the Luca Goers. All right, well at least he blocked that one, sort of. So a little bit of experience for them, a little bit for us. No big deal. We're still seeing a big gap between us and their team. I think once we level up more and more, that gap might close a little bit more, but we'll see. Looks like Deem levels up, level 21, more endurance, pass, shoot, HP. That's good stuff. Dotto's contract with the Kilika Beast has expired. That's odd. Someone had mentioned maybe they're releasing them early. That could be the case, because Dotto shouldn't be released right now. Dotto is re-signed for 23 games. Alright, well, I'll fix that. That's fine. We win 5-0. Ronso Fangs win 3-0. Maybe that's why they want to get rid of... Kilika Beast have lost all their games as of recent. That's tough. And let's, yeah. That should be it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And when you come back, we're going to be playing more Blitzball. Till next time.